This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my God.
It's the crafty queen herself, Challenge Beast, and my favourite returnee of the season, Keeley Jenkinson. Welcome to The Cringe is Real.
Hi, thanks, Sam. Thanks for having me. This is so
Of course.
exciting.
So exciting to have you here. How has life been now that the party's over?
You know, life is a little bit less sparkly than what it was when Survivor was on, of course.
Yeah.
But, you know, the crafty queen, she has to go back to her day job at some point. And it's not as glamorous, unfortunately.
Someone's gotta prevent fraud. And it's not going to
That's
be
right.
me.
Someone
Yeah.
has got to look after everybody's bank accounts in this country and let it be me, friends. Can you believe that? That is what I am doing behind the scenes.
And have you recovered from the after party yet?
I have. Yeah, I have
Right.
recovered from the after party. I was a good girl. I only had 2 beers, which is shocking,
Wow.
honestly, because look, Keely loves to party and I was out really late. I was still out
Mm.
until about 3 a.m. But I only had 2 beers. I was on my best behavior.
Did Golden God kick on? I imagine he would be responsible dad to a point and then also quite fun.
Probably. He probably did.
You're like, I know. I
How
saw
did he really
him
do,
last time I was in Sydney. I went up for Mighty Hoopla Festival.
Mhm.
And I saw him just walking in the
What was
distance.
that
And
like?
I was already sideways. So I was like, God. And he just sort of looked back and started walking faster. And I was like, no, come back. I want to
No, I
climb
love
you.
you. Come back.
Actually, I was
That's
gonna ask you, when did you guys find out that he was the host? Obviously before you went out there, right?
I didn't know before I went out there.
Oh, really?
No, but you know what's really weird for me, Sam, is I haven't watched heaps of Survivor. And so when we were in lockdown, we were watching Oz v World. We got a copy on a USB.
Stun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Was
this
that
is
because it
great.
hadn't aired yet?
Correct. It hadn't aired
Ah.
yet. So we didn't get the last episode of the season. And I actually need to
Yeah.
go and watch it. I still haven't watched it.
That's good.
I know.
Good season.
I've heard. So I watched the season. Anyway, I get on the mat and I'm like, hey, that's that guy who was on Osby World and now he's the host of Survivor.
That's actually iconic.
But I
I'm
think
like,
everybody
oh.
else had a pretty good idea. I feel like
Yeah.
it might have been spoiled in the media
Yeah.
before we had gone to Samoa. So they managed to get a hold of that
Okay.
information.
Oh, yeah, of course. We were talking about it last year. And obviously Brooke and stuff are friends with him, so they would have
Yeah.
known.
Yeah, I think they had an inkling. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you weren't a huge Survivor fan before, but you are a fan of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, much
I
like
am.
myself.
Oh my God, they're my shows.
We
They are
have
my
to-
shows.
We have to talk. So this is perfect because next week my episode is going to be a full recap of season 4. So stay tuned for that. But
I'm sat for that. I'm sat.
honestly, but it's I'm worried about how to fit it all in because there's too much to discuss.
True.
Taylor Frankie
You
Paul.
know, the Mormon wives are really similar to Survivor. If you can survive being in mum talk, I mean, you can survive anything.
And will they
That's how I
survive
see it.
this is pretty much their tagline.
That is every season. Will
Every
they
season it's
survive this?
will Mum Talk survive this? And the answer is always, are there brand deals? Yes. So yes, they'll be fine.
Exactly. And I'm
Yeah.
like, even if there are not brand deals, I want it to survive. So point me to the GoFundMe. I will donate to keep this organization alive and thriving.
Well, do you think that Taylor Frankie Paul's latest antics will actually impact the show at all? Because I feel like nothing will stop them.
I feel like we live in a world of extremism now. This is normal. This is normal, right? I mean, it's pretty shocking. However, I would argue it's not new information. Maybe it's new footage, but we kind of seen glimpses of that footage before back in, I feel like season 1
It was
or 2.
the first episode of the whole
Yes.
show was police body cam footage, which I
Yes.
was like, oh, I'm into this show because there's like a sort of true crime-esque.
You're like, I'm loving this.
I'm like,
Right?
oh my God, clearly, like, these two are just at it all the time, like
Hmm.
throwing shit at each other. It's like a true, like, masterclass in like domestic violence in like not a very
Bad
subtle way.
relationships.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're just like, how?
You can
Anyway,
tell that they have a toxic relationship, but you know what else, Sam? You can tell that their kink is toxic
they do it
relationships.
to each other. They were playing each
Yeah.
other the whole season, bringing our boy Harry Jowsey on. I was like, oh my God. And then Shania. I
Yeah.
mean, look, the way
They
that
I mean, they are so naughty. Like you can just see it. Like production is naughty, but they
yeah,
are willing to kind of go the extra mile. Harry Jowsey, when he walked in, I was like, okay,
poor
hang on a
bloke.
minute. We're really changing gears here.
He was there for like 2 minutes, and
2 minutes.
it literally wheeled him out in front of Dakota and was like, yeah, this is who I could be sleeping with. Like
Right?
I have the clout.
It was so awkward though. I'm like, why are you like parading around your one night stand in front of your baby daddy who you're still
Amazing.
really obsessed with? Like,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
so awkward.
Speaking of baby daddy, you would so be into this if you're not already as a fraud prevention expert. But have you heard
Mm.
about this podcast called Love Trapped?
Actually, I think I might have. I might need a little bit more information because I hear a lot of
Mm.
these stories and there's a lot of podcasts around this. But
This
is it like
one,
a bit of
yeah.
a sugar daddy situation?
No, it's
Sugar mummy?
actually it's a new kind of story. I'm so into it. I'm only like 3 episodes in, but I'm already hooked. It's true crimey, but it's about this
Mm.
guy that was on The Bachelor years ago and like hated
Ooh.
America hated him when he was on The Bachelor. He moves to Arizona to become a real estate agent to get away
Ooh.
from all the spotlight, and then he gets trolled by this woman who claims he got her pregnant from a blowjob.
Whoa. I
It's
mean,
crazy.
I'm into it.
Yeah,
I'm already into it. Yeah.
yeah,
If this is the little trailer, I think I'll have to listen.
yeah.
Wow.
That one's good. And it's like, I think the case is like happening at the moment. So it's like
No
things are coming
way.
out. Yeah. So people are kind of like deep diving, and there's like an internet sleuth component to it as well, which I haven't quite got to yet, but apparently
Yeah.
that's
This is what the
amazing.
internet was created for, is for internet
Literally.
sleuths. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. I'm loving some of these crime docos that come out, and it's just the internet hunting somebody
Mm.
down, finding them, and then Netflix produces it. Like, I'm here for that. That is what I want to see.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing,
Amazing. This
amazing.
sounds like a bit of me.
Great. All right, let's talk about your time on Survivor, shall we?
What a time it
You're
was,
like,
Sam.
oh, do we need to?
What a time.
So
Take
you
me back.
weren't a huge fan of the show, but you'd seen a bit of it.
I have. I've seen a few episodes
Yeah,
here
yeah,
and there. Yeah. And my brother watches it. He's watching Survivor 50 at the moment. So
yeah.
I watched an
Poor
episode of
thing.
that last night.
What did you
It's really
think?
different. It's really I
Yeah.
was watching it and I'm like, this is not Survivor. Like, what is this? I was really
Yeah.
surprised. It's really different. But you know, whatever works. If I have to hear Billie Eilish Boomerang Idol again, I'm gonna lose my mind. And that was just one
I can't.
episode.
I
One
can't.
episode.
Well, the latest
Yeah.
thing is that coconut shot and Sari finding the coconut. Are you up to the
I am okay. So I am okay. So when I say like I'm around, so I do
Mm.
see these little glimpses. So my brother's watching, I have seen the coconut shot, the thousands of coconuts.
Amazing.
My brother is watching it and he's like, this is not that hard. And I was like, I'm sorry, but that would be torture. Torture. It would be
Horrible.
so hot. You're there alone. All you have is you and your own thoughts. That is scary enough as it is. And then you have to find a phoenix on a coconut. I'm pretty sure she found it, right? Like I was
Of
back
course
off
she
doing
found
other
it
things.
because the cameraman was like pointing at the coconut.
Classic production fail. Yeah.
It's actually so funny. My big question to you is, do you feel redeemed?
Yeah, I I do feel redeemed. I didn't really have like the strongest redemption story going out
Yeah,
there
what was it?
anyway.
Because surely they were like pitching to you all what your redemption story could be, right? At all
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
What
Yep.
was yours gonna be?
I don't know. And I think it's why we never saw my backstory.
Yeah. You didn't need backstory filler because you were giving us 10 out of 10 confessional, darling.
I was, and you know what, Sam? I'm really glad that I just debuted in Survivor and I didn't require my backstory as well.
No,
I like
you
to
were a
remain a little bit
returnee.
mysterious. Yeah, I was a returnee. Don't you remember I played a few seasons ago? So
It's so funny when that happened, when you got lumped in with the returnees. I had a flashback to like at the start of the season, I went to a little viewing party with some alum to watch the first episode, and I ended up
Ooh.
photobombing in one of their pics
Oh, so you're a
because
returnee
I know what
too.
I'm doing. And I had so many DMs from people being like, "Oh my God, were you on Survivor?" And I was like, "Yeah, babe. Don't you
Yeah,
remember my season?
I won. I won.
I won Fans versus Faves 2, Antarctica."
People would believe it in
Yeah,
Antarctica. Now
it
that
was a
would
tough
be real
season.
Survivor.
Yeah.
That would be tough. I heard nobody else made it back except for you, Sam.
No,
So
exactly. But no, I love that you earned your your returnee stripes without actually having been on the show before. Like,
that's it.
was that just because people were kind of like weirdly scared to fuck with the returnees and you were kind of like, whatever, I don't even know these people?
I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know these people. Like, these people are just people to me.
Yeah.
I will say that, there are fans of the show on the show, right? And so
Yeah.
they fangirled a little bit over
Who were the
Mark and Brooke.
fangirls?
Tez is a
Ah,
fangirl.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod, Tez. We love you, babe.
Yeah, so like there was a few people who already know who these guys are, and so they've already acquired fans and therefore allies in a way.
Gotcha.
But I really enjoyed them as people.
Yeah.
And they're so smart. They're so good at the game, and I don't know heaps about it, so I need an education lesson. And they were there for me. Like they provided the education.
Yeah.
I
I'm
became
the
a
worst
returnee in the
fan. Like,
end.
if I was out there, I would literally be like, I remember your face. I don't remember what you
Anything about you.
did. Like, because it all just goes, like, literally, like, as soon as the season finishes, I forget everything that happened.
I I don't blame you. We watch
Yeah.
so much TV,
Oh,
right?
I'm
I'm
on
the
to the
same.
next thing. Mm.
Yeah, I'm like, but if you jog my memory, I think I can get
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you jog my
I'll
memory, I'm
remember.
there, I can do it. Yeah. But no, they had fans and I love that for them. I think I
Yeah.
eventually acquired fans in the
Well,
end.
so let's start in the first few weeks.
Mm.
Your sort of dominance in the game by joining forces with Mark and
Yeah, that was a
Faith.
good move.
Let's talk to me about the sister wives, about I can't remember the 500 other names that you had.
I know.
But
Yeah.
what was the thinking behind aligning with Mark and Faith?
I so Mark and I get along so
Yeah.
very well. We have such a similar background, and Mark can be, a bit sassy at times too, just
He's
like
very
me.
sassy. Yeah.
He's very sassy. And so we just got along so quickly. But he's also very strategic. He's worked in similar situations as
Mhm.
myself as well. So we kind of connect really quickly. We share almost like a similar language in a way.
That
So
wasn't Ty?
that was not Thai. No. Unfortunately, I will reserve that for the love story of
Kopkum Ka.
Rich and Mark. That's their secret love language.
Yeah.
No, ours was a bit different. It was more just a familiar
Mm.
sense with Mark. He's someone that I would
Yeah.
probably work with in the outside
Mark
world.
can fuck with the guys and the girls at the
Yeah,
party. Like
yeah.
he knows how to like code switch, I would
Hmm.
say, very well, which I think
He's
makes him a
very good.
dangerous player.
So
Yeah.
dangerous. Hello, look at what he did
Mm.
while he was out there. It was terrifying, but I'm really glad that for the most part, I was on the good side of
Yeah.
Mark and not on the receiving end. But, Faith and I, we just have a dark, wicked sense of humor that we both bonded over really quickly. And
Yeah.
so, look, Mark does as well. And you know who else does? Brooke. And so the four of us
Yes.
are actually very tight on Barron Beach. We
Yeah.
are We're a four, and we do have an alliance name that never made the air, called the
Oh,
Wrecking Balls, because we love Miley
there was
Cyrus.
another one?
There was another one.
What?
I know,
You're
shock.
killing me.
Shock.
The Wrecking Ball. The Wrecking Balls is good, and they could have had like a. I came in like a wreck. They could have like
Well, we had
fully
the
lent
wrecking
in.
ball challenge where we were throwing this metal wrecking ball at
That's
each other,
right.
basically, for coffee and donuts. Like, we are doing this for coffee and donuts now. But we thought, let's call ourselves the Wrecking Balls. We love Miley Cyrus. We love that challenge. Let's do it.
I'm actually shook that of all the names that made it to air, that one didn't make it because that's. I think that's the best one.
It's pretty fun.
I
Yeah, we had some
approve.
fun names. We had some fun names.
Oh, and then there was the tribe swap where you got moved to Bounty Beach.
Upgrade.
Was
Yeah.
it? Or were they kind of the same?
You know, Don built a gorgeous shelter. Like,
Yeah.
I give that to Don because it was pretty nice. It was a dirt floor, not great, but it was, you know what? It's probably more comfortable than sleeping on bamboo
I
at
was
Bounty
always
Beach.
thinking that, like the
Yeah.
sand or the dirt, probably better.
I think the dirt was technically better. The worst part about Barron, though, is as soon as you were sleeping on the dirt, it was damp, and then you were damp, and everything was damp. It was disgusting.
And that's when we made the Damp Girls Alliance.
That's right. That's another alliance name. And we were actually all in it. It was a big group alliance we had. And it was
So good.
gross. So yeah, it was a bit of an upgrade going to Bounty. Bounty
Yeah.
Beach was beautiful. You know, like even just the black sand, like it
Mm.
looked gorgeous. It wasn't the most comfortable at times. Still a little
Yeah.
damp.
And you got to
too.
keep your alliance, right? Like they all came over pretty much.
Faith, Mark came
Yeah.
across, but so did Sally, because I love Sally too.
Your girl.
Yeah, my girl Sal.
Mm.
So I was really
Sal-
happy at
Sally
Tribe Swap.
with an E. I believe it's
I know this. Yeah, the spelling is look. I don't know if they can't spell or if they're playing on the spelling, because there's actually a vote that even I write down and I spell it wrong, but I spell it wrong on purpose because the person told me people would spell their name incorrectly and like spell it this way. And so I was like, gotcha.
You did it to piss someone
Yes, I
off.
did.
Who was that?
It was Cameron.
Oh, Cameroon. Yeah.
Cameron. Yeah. Cameron, no E, just Cam-ron. So
Amazing. Oh, I
don't
remember
know
that
if it was a
actually. That's
joke.
funny. That is funny.
Brooke actually does it as well. If you're into Easter eggs, Brooke does it too. So I don't know if the Sally was a play on that or if he just couldn't spell her name. I don't know.
It's gotta be a troll.
It's gotta be a troll, right?
Let's go to week 4 to 6. This was when first we had this Redemption Beach twist, which I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about this. And then
I forget about it from time to time too, to be honest.
it was, let's be real, it was a bit of a flopatronica twist.
I wish more of us cycled through Redemption Beach, to be honest.
That would have been, yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
I would have loved to have had. So I actually really enjoyed Redemption Beach, if I'm honest. Like the first night sucked. We did get rained on, that sucked. But as soon as you accept that, it's not that bad. You know, you're just like, whatever, rain on me. And it was the next day was like beautiful, sunny. It was actually a really pretty beach to live on as well. I would have loved if some of the people from the Barron 2.0 tribe somehow rotated through and like we could start making some pre-merge alliances before we merge.
Because it was you, Caleb and Sally, right?
Yeah, just the three of us.
And then you all ended up staying like pretty much to the end.
To the end.
Anyway.
Right.
So it was pretty inconsequential. And also you found this key, which I was like, oh my God, story, something's going to happen. And it was so inconsequential.
I even remember saying in my confessional, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have just found like at least 20 keys and I get a scroll. And not only that, the scroll tells me nothing. Like, where is my idol? Where is the keys to the car for me to drive away from this place? Like, what is going on right now? I couldn't
Where
believe
is
it.
the keys to the IKEA retreat
That's what I'm looking for,
and
Sam.
spa? Yeah.
The best thing I got was the motif off the top of the box. That was more value to me
Exactly.
than the freaking advantage.
True. That's the thing. You made some lemonade out of the lemons
Mm,
out there, that's for sure. And gave us probably, I
hmm.
would say, the most iconic moment of the season
It was a lot
was
of fun.
the idol tomfoolery with you and Brooke.
Mm.
Let's talk about Brooke. So at Merge, the Kaput Alliance is kind of first becoming,
It's born.
its
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You and Brooke, the Kaput duo, what a stunning group of girlies
I
out
know.
there.
I, I know. I know. It's just me and Brooke. Nobody else wanted to join Club Kaput except Simon. Simon kind of
Yeah.
sat on the sidelines of Club Kaput. But I love Brooke. She is so fierce as well. I don't think anybody else on that cast would have done Idolgate with me. Like,
No.
I don't know how that idol play gets made without Brooke. It
It
wouldn't
was
have it.
so good. I love how you weaved in your profession into it as well. Like, I
Got
can
to
spot a fake. And I was just picturing those producers being like, yeah, girl, give us
eating it up.
that backstory. It was so well done. Yeah. And then not only did you have an iconic sort of moment in the show with Brooke, but then two immunity challenge wins. Like,
Who would have thought?
what a base. Honestly, like, did you think that that would happen?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I never saw me wearing that necklace. I had, had dreams about wearing that
Yeah.
necklace, but they were never going to become my reality. And I really wanted to work with Simon so badly because I knew that he could be the brawn in my
Yeah.
operation because he would wear that necklace all the time. Like I could see it in Simon. He's built for
Well, it
those
was getting
challenges.
boring. Yeah, it was getting pretty boring when it was just like Brooke and Simon
It
sharing custody
was.
of the necklace.
It sucks, but at the same time, like Brooke and Simon were in my alliance. So I'm like,
Mm,
they're extra votes in my strategic game. I don't have a physical game. And,
yeah.
Simon leaves and my physical game just
Simon
dominates.
Bliss.
I
That
know. So sad.
Simon is just so adorable. Like I feel like there's a lot
And
of
he is in real life too.
exactly, and I'm sure there's a lot
Yeah.
of like dudes out there that would go on a show like this and then get the sort of edit that he got the first few times, which is like it's
Mm,
himbo, it's fun, and he's lent in, and that's why I love Simon. Like not a lot of
yeah.
people would do that. Just be like, hey, like this is how I've been portrayed on the show. I'm gonna roll with it and make it like lean in and be a part of the joke. And that's why
Yeah,
he's
he
such a
does it
pleasure to
so
watch, I
well.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not watched his previous seasons, but he told me a
Mm.
lot about them when I was out there. How hard it was for him,
He would
which
get
is
a lot of the music, the dup, 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 dup music edited under him, which is very
bless.
cute.
You know what I love about Simon though is he tries. He tries and he does not give up. Like even
Mm.
when it's like no stupid idea exists, even though they put that clown music behind the ideas.
Yeah,
But he just gives it a crack, and
he
sometimes it
does.
pays off, sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't. You live and you learn.
And his favorite word out there this year was differentiation. I'm like, which one of
Yeah.
you taught him that?
Right? It's like, where did you pick up that new word,
He
Simon?
just
I
kept
think
using it. I was like, you've just learnt this word.
it was his shtick. And,
Mm,
Simon would actually pitch his motivational speeches quite often. And it's what led to the
love.
revolt of what I'll call the newbies or
Yeah,
passengers, whatever we want to call them. Simon inspired that. And I was like, damn it, Simon, your motivational
totally.
speech power is too strong.
Well,
Like,
it's
now
cringe.
they're
Like
coming for
it's
us.
I see it, like I saw it in the edit. I was like, he's being patronizing. Like when he was trying to
Mhm.
tell Jackson how to suck eggs, and Jackson's like, dude, like, yes, I'm not a two-time returnee or whatever the fuck, but I'm also here on the show, got the same amount of,
Yeah,
sway as you. And people don't like being told what to do. Let's be
you don't.
honest.
It
So I
is
feel like
true.
that backfired, hey.
Big time, it backfired. I mean, I feel like before then they weren't really having, they wanted the returnees out. They did,
Mm-hmm.
but they weren't having these real strong thoughts of we have to do it like right now. Like let's band together until, yeah, Simon's motivational speeches of differentiation. Damn it, Simon.
Oh my God. So on day 32, you played your
I remember
idol
that day
for
so well.
Brooke. You're
Oh,
like,
okay, that day.
do you still identify as an idol holder?
Well, I mean, technically, I don't have possession of a real idol. I still have my
Not
fake idol
currently.
though.
Oh, you
Not
do?
current. I do. I'm looking at
Amazing.
it. I've hung it on my
Can you whip it
wall.
out? I want to have a look.
One
Go on.
moment.
Oh my God.
Here it
Oh
is.
my God, it's so beautiful. Hang on, that's the fake one?
This is the
Oh, yes, the
fake.
gold chain. See, I would have been fooled by that.
I know, right? It's pretty good. It's got like a plain back.
It's chic.
She's chic.
She's
And yeah, like
chic.
she's fully wearable, which is fun. Um,
Amazing.
so I'm gonna say yes, I still identify as an
I think
idol
you should.
holder.
Mm.
Yeah. I want to stay identifying as an idol holder as well. Like I like the
Mm.
sound of that next to my name. So I'll keep it.
That was the line that, like, I was already obsessed with you from the start, but when that line happened, I was like, yep.
It's I feel like people can take it a few different ways. Like it could
Yeah.
be a little fringe, but
Mm.
I like it. I
There
identify
wasn't
as
an
many things, but idol
exactly
holder is one.
the best one. And there
Mm.
wasn't much silliness in confessional out there. So that's why I was really gravitating towards yours because I could tell you were having fun with it. Um,
I was having fun with it, but you know what, Sam? I actually had to hold back so many times because I can be so silly and there's so many things I wanted to say and then I was like, oh no, like that's probably a little bit too far, maybe a bit too silly. I'll pare it
mm.
back and go back to head office corporate language for a moment, be a bit more responsible.
Oh my
So
God, there was so much corporate speak out there. That would have killed me.
sorry. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
There was, what did we have? It was like head office,
We had head office and
then
then it was the board of directors with
board of
Rich. He
directors. That's
named
right.
that, by the way, and I found it comedic because I'm like, I got head office over here. Now I'm on the board of the directors. Like, wow, Keeley's
Wow.
everywhere at this point.
Executive
Yeah.
leadership team was
Mhm.
next.
That's it. I never want to be directly blamed, though. That's why I sat behind the veil of head office. Blame head office. Like, it's not me, it's head office.
Always. No, that
Yeah.
was, yeah, a good move. Yeah, so you played the idol for your girl Brooke, though, which was
Yeah.
iconic move. Was that a hard decision to make? Like, run us through that play.
It's certainly not an easy decision to make, especially when I know that everybody else, I knew I was the split vote. Like I know that. But when I saw that urn come down, it almost had a halo around it. And I just thought, there's one or two Keeley votes in there, and that's it. Like I know that someone else is in
Mm,
here, and I also know that we had schooled the newbies so many times by this point that surely they have figured out a split vote by now, and they had. You know, Ben
they
could,
finally learned how to do a split.
but at the same time, kind of screw it up because I
Yeah.
stay in the game and so does Brooks. So,
Well, that's the thing. It worked out. I mean, it worked out so well.
so
And
well, so
that's
well.
why you cemented yourself as this huge threat because it was like no one was taking a lot of risks out there.
It was
Um,
I agree. I do agree. And you know, when I blindsided Don, that was probably like the first big
mm,
blindside by a newbie. Because otherwise I think on Bounty Beach, like the original
mhm.
Bounty Beach, they were kind of voting people off because they were irritating and things like that, or forgetting people's names. Whereas Don was completely different. That was just kind of
Yeah,
I gotta take Mark down a peg here. And I
no,
need
that
to
was
keep my girl
great.
Sally because I love
Yeah, got to
her.
keep your girl. No,
Yeah.
it was great to watch, and yeah, I'm so glad it worked out. And at this point in the series, as a viewer, I was like, oh, this is going on the resume. I was like, I was picturing your
I know my
final
speech at the end.
pitch and how iconic it was going to be, and how you were going to be like, got these challenge wins, you know.
No. I
all
did
this stuff.
everything,
You literally,
Sam.
it would have been I truly think no one stood a chance with the story you would have been able to tell. So the
Would have been
next
a
week I
great
was
story.
furious, as you can imagine, when you got
So
taken out.
sad.
I know. Before then, though, you, after saving your girl Brooke, took her out of the game.
I know. I know.
Tell
I
us about that.
know.
Was that just you
It's
wanting to be iconic?
no, not at all. And I have heard people be like, it's like making another big move. I didn't need to make big moves anymore. I that's not why I really vote Brooke out. It's not another notch on the resume or the belt or whatever. I already have a great resume. Could I beat Brooke though? No. I don't think I actually could. Brooke is adored. She is
Mm,
like adored by the people on the jury as well. And I knew if the two of us were sitting at the end, I probably don't have great chances against her. Not only that, she is a real challenge beast, like
big
tried
time.
and tested. And I know
She's had a
she can
baby.
win.
She's had a baby and then she's out there doing
Still
this.
winning.
Like, what?
I know she is truly incredible and like her
Incredible.
social game. But when I say social game, I mean her like social strategic game because she uses it to advance. Some people out there are just socializing.
Hmm.
That's not really a social game. That's just socializing. Brooke is using it to move
Sure.
around and to change people's minds. And it's brilliant to watch. But I take her out because I'm thinking I want to now sit back. I don't want to be the target anymore of like returnees. Like, let's
Yeah.
take all the returnees out and let's see if the game can open up a little bit and I can just be used as a vote in other people's plans. Because I also know that there's still people in the game who haven't done a whole lot of stuff and might have
Hmm.
not a great story to tell at the end. And so I'm quite happy to sit back and support them in their endeavors as a vote. Doesn't work out that way,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But that's more the reasoning behind voting Brooke out than it
Yeah,
is
right.
a big move. Because I don't even look at voting Brooke out as a big move.
Yeah, sure. I
I
guess
don't
it's
see
kind of
it that
similar
way.
to her decision to take out Simon.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
She's more thinking about like, how can I open the game up a little bit?
mhm,
Also,
mhm.
when you take out a returnee, a little bit of like steam gets released or a bit of pressure out of the
Yeah.
group. And you're
Yeah.
hoping by showing the other side, especially like when Brooke takes out Simon, she's showing them, I'm willing to work with you guys. Like
Mhm,
I've just
mhm.
voted
Like,
out my
look,
ally.
he was being annoying. I'm happy to help get him
Exactly.
out.
Like, and she's like, I also want to win challenges, and
Yeah,
Simon is
yeah.
in the way of that. So there's a lot of benefits to Brooke's decision to take Simon out. I can
Mm-mm.
see the upsides and the downsides. Same with when I vote Brooke out. There's
Yeah.
upsides and downsides, but they're not big moves for, I think, either of us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just so
I want to talk
depressing.
to you about Cameron. So
Oh, yeah.
Cameron chose you and Sally to go on this IKEA fucking
It was so good.
This was so funny. I got such a kick out of this. Like him just genuinely not remembering who had been on rewards
Hmm. Hmm.
before. Talk to me about Cameron. Was he really that annoying? Was it
Yeah,
endearing at times? Like
no.
what do we need to know? Like he was actually just that annoying.
Okay, so okay, hang on. Let me get this right. Cameron is honestly like a little brother to
Mm,
me. He is a
cute.
pest, but I love him dearly. Like he is such a lovely, lovely guy. Um, I am also really into sleep maxing. Like I like to sleep in. And every
Girl,
day,
same.
right?
Don't
Like sleep
fuck with my
maxing is
sleep.
in. Don't fuck
That's
with my
yeah.
sleep.
No, no, no,
That's
no,
it.
no. Yeah.
And so I was always pretty much the last person to get up out of bed every day on Survivor. And Cameron would wake up and we would call him Radio Cam and he had one volume level and it's loud. And he would just walk around talking. And so I would still be asleep and I would wake up to the sounds
No.
of Cameron. And I'm
Jail.
like, yeah, straight to jail. Like this is illegal. So he drove me insane from that perspective. And he was always talking. He was never saying anything like horrible. He's funny. Like he could be
Mm.
a comedian, Cameron.
Yeah.
But he just
I
was
wish we got to see
relentless.
that because like he did have a few moments where I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting something now. But yeah, I don't know. There are a few characters that the edit didn't quite
Yeah, it didn't feature.
give us.
Mm.
Yeah, and he was one that I was like, yeah, I'm not sure what they're trying to do here, to be honest.
Well, when Cameron picks me for the reward, I'm obviously stoked because
Yeah,
I am like, hell yes,
and a
I
little
am
confused,
going.
I'm sure.
So
Like,
confused.
why?
I'm like, why? Because Cameron,
Yeah.
Cameron and I would have like little arguments, not big ones or anything. We just have little arguments where, I think there's one in the season where he comes up to me and says, like, who are we voting for? And I'm like, we're voting for you, buddy. Like we would always have that. And I
Nice.
actually took
Yeah.
Cameron's shirt and he was like, hey, that's my shirt. I was like, not anymore. It's mine. Like, get out of here. So we would just have like fun brother sister
Yeah.
fights. But when he picked me, I thought, is Cameron actually trying to torture me? Is he taking me on this reward so I can never have a night away from Cameron? And I have to listen to him speak relentlessly at
Mm,
high volume. That's what I thought. I was like, what is this guy doing? This is the most insane move I've seen in the whole game,
yeah.
taking me on the reward.
Because there was a lot of discussion about people being annoying. Like even Caleb as well throughout the season, it was like he's annoying everyone. And I kind of thought that that's why people were keeping him around as like a good person to take to the end because
He's
he's
annoying.
annoying. That's like the vibe I got. But then I couldn't have been, more wrong. Seems like everyone loved the bloke. So yeah,
Oh,
interesting
Caleb is lovely.
edit.
And
Yeah,
just like Cameron is
of
lovely as
course, of
well. And
course.
it's more there's just like these little tiny
They're just
things, but
noisy boys.
they're just noisy. I mean,
Mm.
Caleb is so noisy, like so
Oh yeah.
noisy. Yeah.
Yeah, I struggled. I'm not gonna lie. I really struggled. They did a good job of like packaging it towards the end where it felt like a win you
Just
could
enough
get
Caleb.
behind. But in halfway through the season, I was like, if this guy wins, I'm rioting. But he did a good job
Right?
to win me over by the end. All right, let's talk about your departure from the game.
It's so sad.
So sad.
Yeah.
I guess you can't really call it a blindside, can you? When you knew for a long time you were working against
I
the odds.
yeah. I mean, I know I'm going home. Like I have my hair out. I crimped it for the night. Like hello. Like I know I'm going home. I thought maybe they might want to do something like let's be a little bit unpredictable for once, guys.
No.
But no, alas, the last returnee leaves
Well,
the
I
game.
did too, actually. Like watching at home, something about the way they edited that episode, I was certain that like, maybe Loz was on the chopping block and secretly hoping for it, mainly to keep you in.
So was
But I
I.
was
Yeah.
like, let's go with that. And then I was actually like, I felt blindsided as a viewer. Also, you and Brooke were getting winner edit for a while,
Okay.
full on.
That's good
Like
to
I
know.
thought that I really feel like they were giving us, but it was just because you were doing all this fun stuff, like the fake
Yeah, I think
idol,
so.
and you're winning challenges. So it's kind of like that lends itself for the audience to think, well, these are the finalists. Because
Yeah.
even at this
Yeah.
point, like Caleb wasn't getting much airtime really, besides being
Hmm.
loud. So I was kind of shocked. This is when, yeah, I feel like the whole show did a 180 week 7, like when you left, because I was like,
Hmm.
oh, then I was like, fuck, well, who's
Wait, what?
who's winning now?
Can everyone just introduce themselves, please?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Talk to me
Yeah.
about Sally because this half idol move, I mean, I thought it was Flop Town, but I don't know. Were people impressed on the ground?
I was not impressed.
No.
And I think a few other people perhaps were not super impressed. Yeah, it's not great jury management, that's for sure. And I've got a lot of friends on the jury.
You sure did.
Um, yeah, like a lot. And they're pretty like big hitters on the jury too. And we still get to go in there and we can still influence the other people as well, which is a lot of fun. So it wasn't great jury management, but it was just really sad to see that idol not live out its life. I feel like it wanted
I
to live
know.
and
Oh,
it was
highly frustrating as a
good.
viewer. Like, because I think it felt like she'd been gassed up by production or whoever to like do something theatrical, but like we'll get to in a second, without any risk involved.
Yeah.
So in her mind, she's like, I've done this thing for the cameras or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you didn't put anything on the
But then
line.
nothing happened.
Yeah, and nothing happened. And then it didn't get played. The person who was, in the minority
Going
left
home was always
anyway.
going
So
home.
I just was a bit like, oh no. And I really wanted to love Sally, and I wanted like great things for her game on the show, as I do with everyone on the show. But yeah,
Me too.
it just really unfortunately let me down. Um,
It
let's
was
talk
so
about.
devastating, honestly. I'm like, I'm already like the dead corpse, and I'm
Yeah.
just being robbed on my way out. Like
Uh,
it was, yeah, it sucked, but I guess that's the way that it went in the end. So
I mean,
what a way to go.
I'm say all this, but like if I'm out there and if I'm sitting pretty, I'm probably sticking with that too. Not
Hey,
gonna
I
lie.
think, look, it's not the wrong move to vote me out. I
No.
agree. None of them could sit next to me. And I was really looking forward to sitting next to any of them. Any of them, I was
Mm.
down. So did she make the right move in voting me out?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Can anybody claim my move of like me being voted out of the game? I don't think a single one of them is able to. It's really hard.
No.
If anyone can, for me, it's Caleb. He has convinced Loz and Sally to
Hmm.
kind of tank their own games and keep
Hmm.
me in, because when I left that night, I was like, this is Caleb's game to lose now. Like this is
Yeah.
his game. Because I'd watched him the whole time too. Like I'd seen what
Yeah.
he was up to. He was so good. And so I just thought, that's such a shame, Sal. Like you should have played it on Loz and created like a debt or doubt there with Loz in her mind that maybe Caleb was coming for her.
Mm.
Maybe you are closer with her because you've just played an idol for her. Yeah, it was a wasted idol. It was sad, really sad.
Bugger. Let's talk about you on the
Bummer.
jury. I thought
Jury
you were a
time.
great,
The
you were
hot new thing in the jury in the
a
villa.
great jury member. The villa
Mm,
looked fun. Bummed we didn't get a proper like jury villa show because I think it would have been a good one with you and Mark
it could be.
clearly doing a lot of work to sway people, which is really fun.
We'll
Um, I
yeah.
thought your question was incredible at the final tribal.
Oh,
You were
it
pretty
was
much saying
okay.
what I was thinking, which was, come on, boys, like where are these risky moves? Or you referred to them as
Yeah,
crimes, which was very on
yeah,
brand.
yeah.
Survivor
Well, we
crime.
had to do that. I didn't love it, but yes.
No, it was good. Did you think Caleb and Jackson did fail to make risky moves, or were there some that maybe I'm not thinking about?
In terms of real risk and like putting yourself in some tricky spots, I don't think either of them made those
Mm,
types of decisions. Um, you know, Caleb obviously decides to vote out Mark, who he is really close to. That's kind of his big trophy move, I suppose. Was it a big risk? Not really. Everybody was going for Mark. And you
mhm,
decided to slot into a majority by voting him off. And like,
mhm,
you
mhm.
sealed your fate in that majority and you rode that through to the end, which I love that for you, Caleb. Like it
Yeah,
worked
yeah,
out very well.
yeah. Well, clearly you thought
Jackson,
he played a better game than Jackson
yeah,
because
Caleb
you
was up
voted
to
for
a
him
few
too.
other things that didn't
Yeah.
air, so I'll tell you about
Ah,
them.
please do. Yeah.
But Jackson kind of does a similar thing to Caleb in a way, but Jackson puts himself in a minority. I mean, we don't know that it's going to be a minority. It ends up being like a dead even split at that point. But he votes out his best friend. Goes into another group. But the group he goes into, he has like three gorgeous big shields who are probably going to go before he goes. So,
Hmm.
is there huge risk in it? Not in terms of some of the things that I've done in my game. I wouldn't say like if I was to hedge them against my
Hmm.
own risks. No, but they were doing things. And so I'm so glad it was the two of them at the end. I loved a Caleb versus Jackson. It was my fantasy when I was in Jury Villa. And so I'm glad that that came true. But
Yeah.
Caleb was also, I like people who are like a bit naughty and like doing naughty things. And so
Yeah. Oh,
Caleb
he's a naughty boy.
he's a bit of a naughty boy.
Mm.
And like, so Caleb was throwing out like the beans and rice at nighttime. And it was his
Why didn't we see
plot.
that?
I know, I'm like,
That's
that's
really
such a
good
shame.
stuff.
Good. It didn't work out how he wanted it to work out, though.
Mm.
So that might be why we don't see it, because Caleb doesn't win any challenges
Yeah.
from it.
Ah, true, true. And maybe
He's trying
they,
to like starve
yeah,
us
and
so
they
that we
wanted
can't
us to
win.
love him as viewers as well. So maybe they thought
How do
some
you not
viewers
love
might
that?
find, well, some people I think maybe would
True.
be like, ugh.
Whereas I'm
Hit me.
like,
I would have been like, yes,
do more.
throw it
Yeah.
out, burn everything, burn the tribe
Yes.
fucking camp down.
Absolutely. As far as I'm concerned, Caleb is the one who put the maggots in the bed, like to drive us
Hey,
all insane. That's something Caleb would do. So that we
brought them
just
with
vote
him from
ourselves
home.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh
Caleb
my
would totally
God.
do that. So look, Caleb got up to a few extra things that really got him the win from me. Plus,
Yeah.
I had watched him double agent his way through the game, and
Mm.
I could never get him out. He sat in this beautiful, sweet spot where he was enough of a threat that you knew about him and you were
Mhm.
interested in him, but he was never urgent enough to take out of the game. And that's
Where
a
you
real
want to
sweet
be.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about Loz. So this is another one where it's like I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I didn't see what really happened out there. Um, yeah, like what did we miss with Loz?
I I think we got it.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Look, I think I'm keen to hear more Loz content, and like there
Hmm.
wasn't a lot of Loz,
No.
which sucked, and that happened to a few people actually, because I was really excited to see what were other people doing, because I know what I was doing the whole time, but I
Mm.
want to know what were they up to? Like, were they coming for me or somebody else? Like, I want to know. We didn't get that, but I also didn't really work with Loz, so
No. And she didn't
um.
seem very chatty or open to people
I
out
think
there.
yeah, like I think she just kind of nestled in there really
Yeah.
nicely with Caleb and that side of things for a while until she got
Hmm.
like closer with Cameron and Caleb and Sal, and they were kind of her people, and she didn't really
Mm.
venture out from that, which sucks. I mean, I would have worked with anyone,
Yeah. Well, she
was,
did.
but
She sort
yeah.
of gave us like there were a few times she was like, "Ah, come on, ladies, let's do Girls Alliance,"
Yeah.
which I was like, "You don't even believe that, Loz. Like, come on."
Correct. Which is why I'm like, it's never happening, Loz.
Yeah.
Plus she'd been voting
But would have
all the
been
women out
cool.
of the game.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
that would have been
that would have
so
been cool.
good. Yeah.
Hey, that
Ah.
would have been so cool. And if it was true, I was down for it. I love working with other women. Like working with Faith was
Hmm.
excellent. Working with Brooke, loved it. Like some of my best times are working
Hmm.
with the girlies. So I was down for one last women's alliance, but I'd looked at like the evidence behind Loz is she's voted every woman out of the game. She's been actively writing my name down at tribal council for the last few
Yeah.
nights. And then the only way we could get it going was if I vote out Simon. I'm
Yeah.
like, give me Caleb or Cameron. Like, let's get some trust going in this women's alliance. Drop
Yeah.
one of your people. And I'm in, girlfriend.
Mm.
But no,
Well,
I
speaking of
think
women supporting women, it sounds like I was going to ask you about Sally, but you've already said you guys are mates. So I assume there's
yeah.
no bad blood there and everything's cute.
I mean, Sal, I wanted that $500,000, damn it.
I want some Mormon wives style drama. I want you to be like, no, we've
Oh, there
blocked
is
each
it.
other.
Yeah, no, we've not. I love
Uh,
Sally. She is such like a beautiful soul. She really is. Do I love how she voted me out of the game? No, no, I
no, of course not.
don't. But I adore her. She's
Yeah,
such a cool chick. She's like who everyone wants to be.
yeah,
Like she's
she's cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you're a class act. So, you know this question's coming. Would you do it again?
Okay, so the answer is yes. The short and sweet is yes.
Awesome.
The more I think about it, the more I remember what it's like meeting 23 strangers and how shit that is, that I'm
Mm.
like, absolutely not.
I love that. That's the thing. We are the same person because I love you. Like not the no food or the thing you're just like
Fine.
having to deal with fucking strangers. That would be my
Correct.
worst nightmare as well.
Nightmare. And like,
Yeah.
I'm happy to meet new people over a glass of wine, but meeting new
Yes. And when
people,
you can take yourself home at any point when
correct.
you're
Yeah, like
done.
I'm, yeah, but not here, not on Survivor. Like this is, and you know
Mm.
what I will say in Survivor. So you meet everyone on your first tribe, great. But if you don't get along with them, if you can get a little bit further, you get tribe swap, new people, new friends, great. And if you can keep going, merge, you get new people. But in merge, you're stuck with them. And I was
Mhm.
like, damn it, I need some new people to come in.
You're
Like
like
I'm burning through my
intruders.
friends. Literally. Like, can we get a Survivor season with some last minute
Can you
intruders?
imagine
That'd be
the
crazy.
the outrage? People would be like, "That's not fair." I think that would be
It would
great.
be.
Just bring him in halfway through, plonk him on the
Intruder
beach.
alert. I'm here
Yeah.
for it because I was honestly like, oh my God, Keely, this is it for you, girl. This is it for your people. There's no more people. So intruders.
What
Bring
about
'em in.
another show? Like, would you do The Traitors? I think you'd be good on that.
I actually have not watched a whole
Mm.
season of The Traders either, and so I don't really know the rules, but I think that would be fun. They
Yeah.
sleep in a hotel and stuff,
There's
like in that big
like
mansion.
catering. Yeah.
There's catering, exactly. Million Dollar Secret is probably more my style. Like put me
Oh,
in a
what's that
French
one?
chateau. One person is given $1 million and they have to kind of like throw people off the scent. But as they
Oh,
win challenges, they get clues about the potential
oh my
millionaire.
God. Is this the Hulu one?
It could be on
It
Hulu.
could
I think I watch it
be.
through
Hang on.
Netflix
Bring
though.
it up now.
But you know, all the streaming channels, they're like
Oh,
so
it's Netflix.
incestuous.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
haven't watched it. Yeah. Oh,
really
cute.
good.
I should give that one a go.
Really good. Really, really good. That's more my style, I think, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of a strategy game, because you're in a French chateau, like you're eating 3-course meals.
Chic. Well,
So
I
chic,
personally would love to see you play Survivor again. And I don't think it's
maybe.
that much of a crazy dream for me to have, to be honest. I think you killed the screen test and
Thanks.
the babe test and were a great player. So congratulations to you,
Thank
Keely.
you. I
And thanks.
appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed watching. I love
Oh,
listening to the
always.
pod. It's so
Oh, thanks so
sassy.
much
Yeah,
for joining us on the
it's been
pod. And
awesome.
yeah, it was not gonna lie, we were all a bit nervous about this season when they change anything. It's like, "Ugh." But I thought Golden Gob was great. I thought it was really well
He is a
cast.
great host,
Yeah.
such a good host, and he's funny. You know, some
Mm,
of the things he says are really funny. So more David.
more David. Well, thanks, Keely, and
Thanks,
I'll talk to you
Sam.
soon. Bye
Talk to you later.
bye.
Bye.